You want to see something disgusting? Hello everybody and welcome back to Oddities and Curiosities with Wiggles in Roadkill Cleanup. That's right. What you're going to be watching in this video is going to be me processing one of my first animals that I found naturally deceased or otherwise hit by a car or something like that. It was a raccoon. Sadly, I did not get a video or a picture of the coon before, but what we're going to dive into is smelly, stinky flesh and bones. I'm going to pick some out, show you my process with my beetles and all of that, so stick around. Whoa, whoa. So real quick, what is Oddities and Curiosities? It is literally that. It is the collection of keeping processed bones, taxidermy, furs, bugs, wet specimens, which I don't have any wet specimens yet, but I'll throw a couple pictures up in this video right here to show you. It's pretty much an animal or something like that in a jar of a liquid solution that preserves them. It doesn't only deal with animals, it can be steampunk, attire, and anything bizarre or indifferent from the norm. It fits our culture being a juggalo, and I think I'm going to love this hobby. If it sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. We're going to process some bones. So, all the wild bugs have pretty much done their job and left. I thought I was going to show you something disgusting. Just 2 days ago, this was so nasty because we didn't have our beetles yet, so we tried a natural way of processing. At any rate, I need to collect some bones out of this pile of stuff. So that liquid is body fluid from the raccoon exploding underneath it, and then the bugs just eating it down to bones. Now I got some of the main bones, but over here, this right here is its fur. Some of these bones up out of here, like right here, here's part of a, I'm not sure, probably its spine. Yeah, that's definitely probably part of its spine vertebrae. And yeah, so I'm going to pick out some of these bones. I'm going to show you some of the process over here and what we do with them the other way. So, this is the official way that you should, I think, process an animal. Again, you guys saw some of the clips. I was hoping to show you the maggot, bug-infested ground of me trying to do it the natural way. You can do that. Again, I only done that because we found that raccoon. It was perfect. It looked like it had just been hit, and we had ordered our bugs so that we could have them processing on the way. I was expecting when I lifted up that tote a minute ago for there to still be all kinds of bugs so you could see the nasty mess that it creates. But this way, you take your carcass, you put it in a tote that has air holes in it or whatever, and you get some of these dermistat, I know I'm mispronouncing this word, but beetles, and they will actually process your carcass. And you can see the skull. Now there was a couple other bones in there that we found that wasn't part of this, but this is the skull of the raccoon, and inside of here is all kinds of little bones. I'm going to try to zoom in and show you these beetles. I don't know that I'm going to actually be able to. Yeah, there's some of them. And oh my god, the smell, you're just going to have to get used to it. Like, I mean, if you've ever smelled a dead body or a dead animal, there goes the beetle right there. If you've ever smelled a dead body or a dead animal, which sadly I have smelled both, it's not very pleasant. It's all part of the process. But, yeah, this is it. And these bugs are literally eating any leftover meat and stuff like that off of the bones. And then we're going to take them out and we're going to whitewash them and or bleach them without using bleach, mind you, but it's the bleaching process, and go from there. So, the next step in this process, whoop whoop, is gonna be boiling some bones. So, we're gonna boil these for 30 minutes, give or take, about 30 minutes. Then you wanna take them out, check them. You're gonna get you a toothbrush, which I don't have right here by me, but I'm about to go get one. And you might need tweezers, pliers, a little blade or scalpel, depending on the animal carcass you got. There might be nooks and crannies you need to dig in, but I'm just going to give it its first boil, scrub down, take a look at it, and then have a bucket filling up with water over there. You let it soak overnight for 48 hours, and then we'll do a peroxide bath, and that's going to help actually whiten it. Now, if you put your bones in there, primarily like the skull or the chest cavity, depending on how big the animal is, and it doesn't sink, you're going to want to flip it until it gets the air bubble out of it so that it can actually sink and do the process right. Now, I'm here to tell you, this smell is not going to smell the greatest. You're boiling skin, leftover flesh, and fur, and just nasty impurities off of these bones. So, if you got a weak stomach, you might not want to do this part yourself. Now, I'm here to tell you this is some foul smelling stuff. Some foul smelling stuff. But it's been 30 minutes. Man, the fog from the smoke. Yeah, look at that evil looking thing. And that ain't even the top part, that's the bottom jaw. You can see some fur still on there and stuff. But I just wanted to get a scoop and see what I grabbed. We're gonna take the toothbrush and be careful. Obviously when they're hot, the bones are kind of fragile. I just got a standard toothbrush, and I'm gonna, do some scrubbing on them. No particular rhyme or rhythm, just scratch. There's gonna be hair. You already see that kind of cleaned up a little. Do it across the whole thing. You don't want no flesh or nothing left on these bone pieces, or it's going to get moldy and start smelling, and it's just not going to be a good experience. But I'm going to go ahead and scrub down what I got here. I'll give you a little clip of after they're clean. You've seen what they look like when I put them in. Now briefly, because this video is too long, here's a day after soaking. I have peroxide. I got like 4 jugs of it. I'm just gonna pour it in here, and these are gonna start the whitening process. And then I got more bones over here in the pot that we're gonna be boiling up today. I will show you a little clip of these after they have been whitened. So I just woke up, and this is 24 hours after bleaching. So 24 hours in the peroxide. If you go back to the pictures before, you would see a difference. I see a difference, and I can see it on the skull, and definitely like on a tooth here. This tooth had some yellowing on it. Now that thing is just white. That's gonna make a cool necklace. Let me know in the comments if you like this type of content, and I'm gonna try to put out more content like this. But I am actually going to let these go probably another day. Might put a picture in this video. Might make a short video on it. Thanks for watching. Whoop whoop! Tell somebody you love them. Jump into this hobby. It's pretty cool.